happily ever after could be turning into financial disaster for a popular chain where you buy wedding dresses. We're talking about David's Bridal.
Experts are speculating the company may be heading towards bankruptcy, but as WFMY News 2's Doria Chumba found, the company says they are stronger than ever.
News that David's Bridal missed debt payments on a $270 million loan is troubling for the wedding industry and the brides who've already ordered their dresses. And here's why. Failing to make a debt payment often precedes filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. It's also a warning to creditors that a company is restructuring. Wedding industry analysts say 1 in 3 U.S. brides get their gowns from David's Bridal. And local industry experts say they're not surprised this has happened.
You know, you do see some brides moving more towards the small bridal shops because they do have a more high-end selection than sometimes David Bridal even has, even though it may cost a little bit more.
Now, the company sent us a statement saying the missed payment is a strategic decision. They insist that as the company looks to improve its balance sheet, day-to-day operations will not be affected. Now, the spokesperson also says the company is in talks with their lenders to renegotiate those loans. And David's Bridal has a 30-day grace period to make the missed payments. But how are brides feeling about the business strategy? Well, I'll have that part of the story tonight at 6.
The wedding planner also says if you plan to get your dress or bridesmaids' dresses from there, it may be smart to buy off the rack.